Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Efficient Eric. Sorry for the long break. I know I posted a video after like 2 weeks and I recorded it much earlier. Things just got very busy with college and, trying to figure out how I want to do the next video. And then also they took down ranked draft, which traditional draft I don't mind, but just it's hard to record because it's so long. And I don't like to make two-part videos if I can avoid it. That being said, not gonna take too long here. Really appreciate you guys' support on the last video. I really appreciate all your guys' support in general. Really quickly, we're going to be doing another ranked Theros draft. Then, if you enjoy it, remember, like and subscribe. It is so incredibly helpful for each like and subscription I get. And all your comments are greatly appreciated. All of you on Reddit and YouTube. Thank you guys so much. That being said, we're going to jump on. And also, remember, you can follow me on Instagram as well at Efficient Eric. I think it's all together, yeah, all together without any space. And we're going to jump in, pay 5,000. We're going to start. Okay. Pack one, pick one. There's actually a lot of cards. This is a really strong pack, so I think it's probably just the rare. Phoenix of Ash is a really good card. 3-mana 2/2 flyer with haste that has a relevant pup ability and escapes with a counter nonetheless. Hateful Eidolon is really good. I really like Renata. In the commons, I really like both blue commons, Omen of the Sea, and Thirst for Meaning. But I think pack one, pick one is going to be Phoenix of Ash, just as an all-around good creature. So here, we might just want to follow up our red pick with another red pick. I really like Iroa's Blessing. It's just your red removal. That's also an enchantment. Other than that, Omen of the Forge is good. Loathsome Chimera is also very good, the green creature. Favorite of Iroas is like one of my favorite white cards. I've really come up on it since the beginning of the set. But for now, I think we'll just take an Iroa's Blessing. Okay. Here, there isn't much red I would pick. What there is an Elspeth's Nightmare. Really good card. So it just kills a small creature, gets essentially has duress attached to it. Sorry guys, I'm kind of like, a little gassy today. My deepest apologies. And then also exiles their graveyard for any relevant synergies there. I think we'll take this as like a speculative second pick if we're seeing black, which I would love to be seeing black, but I don't know if we will. Here, another favorite of Iroas that is a little late. You should be picking that card higher. We'll take it as another speculative pick. See, maybe we go into white again, just like last video. I'm not gonna force anything. I'm gonna take whatever's open. See, another really weird pick. So like here, Stampede Rider is okay. Soul Reaper of Mogus is okay. The only good white card that I mean, there's some solid white cards, but the only one I really like is Alseid of Life's Bounty. But there's also Omen of the Sea, which is just like premier blue, so we'll take this too. Right now we're in the ultimate waffle, as some might say. Okay, for here, Phalanx Tactics only goes in the red-white deck, so I don't love it. Flicker of Fate. Right now we're most committed to red, so I'm thinking, none of the stuff we have is at instant speed, so maybe we just take an Omen of the Forge. That might just be the pick here, and hope that we keep seeing red. Okay, here we see another favorite of Iroa. Are they just letting that pass? Because that card's really good to be letting that pass. I hope the bots are not like undervaluing that card. We don't know if we're going to be aggressive, so we don't know if we want Impending Doom or not. I think we just take another favorite of Iroas, and maybe we end up going red-white aggro again. Here there's really not much I want. I'll take a speculative Temple Thief in case we go black. I don't know if we will. Okay, it's looking like it might be red-white, because we're seeing a lot of these cards that go great in red-white. So here I'm going to take Indomitable Will. Great card for red-white. I'll gladly take another Indomitable Will as another just enchantment. Here we'll take Omen of the Dead. Again, speculative. I'm not really seeing what I want to be seeing. I know this is disgusting what we have here, but guys, I'm really trying to find my colors here. Satyr's Cunning is the most playable, though it's not playable. Okay, here's actually a pick. If we're going red-white, we have two things that get a cost reduction. This gets a reduction. Okay, I think we might actually just take the Envoy here, because we actually are going to get some reductions. That being said, rad, we open another red rare. Don't get me wrong, I'm not in love with this rare. I don't think it's like an S tier, super high tier rare, but it is very good in our deck. In a red deck specifically. While there are also great cards here, such as Omen of the Sea, Final Death, and Faithful End, I do think here we already have a little bit of removal. We'll just take the Akroan War. Okay. Here we see Heliod's Punishment, which is a great card in the aggro deck, and even not in the aggro deck, it's solid, so I might take it here over, not much else that I'm loving. The only other cards I'm thinking is these two green cards, but we haven't seen green all draft, so I think we just take the Heliod's Punishment. Okay, let's... I don't want to remove anything too much. Omen of the Sea, I don't think we're playing. I don't think we're going to go blue. I don't think we're going green either. The big thing is, do we go with our Omen of the Dead, Temple Thief, Elspeth's Nightmare, or double favorite? Well, we do have way more white. Let's cut the black. And if we go red-white again... Let's see if it comes together. Sorry. This is 2 red-white videos in a row. My deepest apologies. I know we just did one. But at the same time, you gotta draft what's open. Never, ever take what you want. It's more like what you're being passed in your seat. So, here, what's our curve looking like? We're looking rather aggressive. So I think I'd rather keep it that way and get a Hero of the Pride for... targeting synergies, because what do we have that wants to be targeted? This kind of wants to be targeted, but by enchantments, like very specifically. Here we're going to take a Commanding Presence, because that's just an amazing card. And here we see more really good black cards being passed very late. Are we going to miss an Omen of the Sun? Maybe we're supposed to go white-black, in all honesty. We haven't seen too much red. Actually, you know what? I think that is the play. I think we're going to take the Mire's Grasp here and try to switch into red-black, because we actually have been seeing more of that than red-white. And here we go, getting rewarded for that. Man, I actually think that's my mistake. I probably should have noticed that sooner. And we actually passed the black-white rare, which hurts, but maybe it'll wheel. While it's unlikely, I'm hoping it will. In this case, we're going to be super controlling. So we need more stuff on the higher end of our curve. So I actually really like that Laguna Band story. It's between Storyteller, Chimera, and Mire's Grasp. How's our removal looking? Your quasi-removal. I think we just need to shore up our removal, and maybe we'll get past one of those, though I highly doubt it. Here, I think we'll just take a Soul Reaper of Mogus. Here, we have a lot of 2-drops. We have a couple 3s. Maybe we just take the Rumbling Sentry as a good creature for the late game. Here I'm happy to take a Flicker of Fate for our deck, because that goes with Dreadful Apathy if we see any of those. Here we can take a Rumbling Sentry. Here we'll take a Rage Guard Berserker as our top end. Really like that card. We are looking like we're going to have trouble closing with this really aggressive deck at the end of Pack 2, so we'll take Enemy of Enlightenment. I don't love that card at all, but I actually prefer this because we're not playing Fruit of Tyzeres. Hey, we might actually play that. Okay. This pack, we haven't seen blue in any of the packs. So I think here we're going to have to just take the... Wow. It's kind of depressing what we might have to take here. I think we just have to take the Nyxborn Marauder, and... Oh, that hurts to first pick that. Hey, now we're getting kind of rewarded. What's, you give Devotion for black, you give Devotion for black. You two kind of do, not really. I'm not going to count them though. This does, this does, this does, this does, and this does. Here's the thing. Do we take Gary as a really solid finisher? We do have a Flicker of Fate as well. Or do we just take Revoke Existence or Sunmane Pegasus? It might just be Sunmane Pegasus as a more conservative pick for a more finisher. I do love Gary, do not misunderstand. I absolutely am in love with Gary. And here we see two cards I want desperately. A Heliod's Pilgrim and a Timoret Chosen from Death. I feel like Timoret might actually be better. He's a more defensive creature and he exiles any really annoying escape creatures, which is our weakness. If we start killing stuff and they just start bringing it back from the graveyard, that is really gonna like screw us pretty badly. So I think we'll take Timoret and hope Heliod's Pilgrim wheels, though more than likely it won't. If we were in red-white still, this would be like a snap pickup, though it isn't. Let's see, actually. I really like Birth of Meletis, whatever, as a really good defense. I think I'll take it because it gives us a creature too, because right now all of our 2-drop creatures are not the most defensive creatures. So I think I'll take Birth here. I think here's a really easy Chimera. I really, really like Heliod's Pilgrim, but again, we're looking for ways to finish. Now we can keep focusing on like removal and stuff. That being said, though, here we might take Siona for the splash, because I'm not going to miss anything from this pack, in all honesty. Ooh, okay, so this is interesting. We don't have many creatures at 2, especially not many that we want to get back, so I think we'd prefer Lampad over Evangel, getting rewarded for that with another Evangel. I guess we'll take Harpy. Don't love that card. Guess we'll take Enemy of Enlightenment. Take Omen of the Sun. Sunmane Pegasus. Let's put you in the sideboard. Put you in the sideboard. Okay. So this draft did not come together how I wanted it to. I should have realized red was more closed off sooner rather than later. And shifted into black. If we would have gotten some cards in black that we saw early, I would be much happier with this deck than I am. Definitely cutting one of you. I don't like that card. I prefer to not have you in the deck. I kind of like this because we're low on ways to win. So that's a nice way to get some nice creature back. We never got the Dreadful Apathies, so maybe we just don't play Flicker of Fate, because I don't see what I would really want desperately to be flickering. Yeah. Dawn of Angel. We do have some 2-drops. Can be any permanent creature card, so it has to be one of these 4 creatures, which there's, you know, Timoret's solid to bring back, so. Excuse me. Probably cut a Marauder. Probably cut another one of those too. We need to make 2 more cuts. I feel like we should, let's see, what's our creature count? 14. We can probably cut another creature and another spell and be happy about it. I actually feel like we want to play more swamps, especially for turn 2 Timoret, because then our only extensive, like, our only white cost that we're worried about is Daybreak Chimera, which we don't mind playing later in the game. So let's switch that. Well, first of all, let's switch all our lands. And get 8 plains and 9 swamps. Oh. There we go. 17 lands. I like these because they wear the presence well. Did I pick up any way to splash you? Not really, so I doubt you're being splashed. I guess we're not super aggressive, but I do like how we have the Flash, Omen of the Suns, and Indomitable Wills to just eat big creatures. Maybe we cut Heliod's Punish. I mean, how much removal do we have? This is like not really removal. This is definitely removal. Your removal. Not much. Not enough that I like am happy with, so I don't want to cut that in all honesty. Maybe we cut an Enemy of Enlightenment, because I do feel like between these three we should be able to finish, and then little creatures and like Sunrain Pegasus as well. So now we just need to cut one like non-creature. Maybe just cut an Indomitable Will. That's probably it. And run it like this. This will be late Orzhov. There we go. I realized way too late that these were our colors. That being said, though, this color pair is strong, so let's see what it does. Sorry, I gotta take my water breaks. And yeah, the season ended, so we dropped back down to silver, but that's fine. I feel like this is a very keepable hand. We have a 3-drop, we have two 2-drop removal spells, essentially. Interesting. Okay, in that case, I'd actually prefer to play this. That way, pretty much anything we play next turn will give it double strike. Very well. Well, there's the other Myers Grasp. I don't mind spending 1 on Daxos, especially because he can become a pretty big issue. And it'll get us in for 4 damage. Go. And we will pass our turn. The other 2 removal spells I do want to save for bigger issues, if at all possible. I'm going to tap down Favorite of Iroas. That's perfectly okay. We'll slap down our Dawn Evangel. Sure, it can attack, but not the biggest issue. And they have a Riptide Turtle. Okay. That's fine. I think our deck will do fine in the long game. That guy. Issue. Do not enjoy him. However, we do draw into a pretty good creature here. I don't want to remove anything else just yet, because pretty much right now what we're holding is our 2 main forms of removal. We didn't come up with nearly enough removal. So we need to be very, very careful what we spend it on. So I plan on holding these, and hopefully we draw into like Commanding Presence or something that can help us close. Never mind, we lose. Wow, okay. Yeah, that's... if you all have played the format, you know there's really not much we're going to do to that. I mean, we can keep playing it out, but I don't see myself winning a race against that. But in that case, maybe we just have to get super aggressive For now, we're going to pass turn, because regardless, we're not just going to attack into it, let them gain 3 life. Like, it's just not worth it, even if we spend all our removal. He's going to tap him down instead. Okay. Not much we can do about that. Getting hit with a 5/5 lifelinker in the air is not fun. Guys, I mean, if you've ever heard the Ben Stark theory, I couldn't agree more. There are some cards that just should not be playable in Limited. And Dream Trawler is like a literal perfect example of just that. That card should not be allowed to be played. It is so incredibly stupid. That card just doesn't let you play the game in a fun, meaningful way, in my opinion. It's too good. That's all I really have to say about it. It's like way too powerful to be played. Because pretty much, like, you can't race it. It has lifelink. You can't remove it. It has hexproof pretty much no matter what. And, I mean, what else do I have to say about it? Draws you cards. That being said, we'll pass turn. And he's going to gain 4, so he's going to be at 20. Never mind, what am I saying? He's going to be at 5, he's going to be at 22. Is there anything we even want to get back? Not really. But I guess we still should and play out what we do get back, which is gonna be the Dawn Evangel. Well, this game is over. I mean, yeah, I'll just concede. I'm going to make their life a little bit easier. There's literally 0% chance. We don't, like, the only thing that would keep me in that game is if I had the board wipe in my deck, which, you know, we don't, so not too much to be done. Let's move to the next. Here we're playing against Garbar. Our opener is doable. Good mix of lands and creatures, which is obviously what you always want. We even have a 4-drop. So this is good. I'm happy with this so far. Temple Thief, good card. What I like is next turn we can play our Soul Reaper of Mogus and leave up Omen of the Dead, should the need be. Actually, never mind. That looks like it's getting Mire's Grasped. It's a literal perfect target. Excuse me. Here we go, take care of that. We're gonna get in for 4. Interesting. I like how he waited for the first attack to flash it in. Interesting, to say the least. It's good. He bottomed 2, which means he's looking for answers. Getting the Temple Thief back. That's fair. We'll slap this down because regardless we don't have the Soul Reaper of Mogus mana just yet. Okay. I think here we can just slap this down, and we can probably just attack with Dawn Evangel because it's not going to be blocking either of those anyway. So does he have a response? Interesting. Indomitable Will. Very well. The way you gotta think about that is, like, yes, we did just lose our creature, but it was a 2/3 that wasn't doing much for us, and we got their Indomitable Will out of their hand, and now we know about it, making it much easier to deal with. Good idea. That is actually a pretty solid target to Flicker of Fate. Still looking for answers, which is a good thing. No blocks, that's fine. Doesn't look like they have removal, so I actually think I want to do this. Have it just eat anything that gets in front of it. Go. I would have put it on the flyer to start making 1/1s, but 1/1s on this board state, I don't feel like I'm gonna do too much. They do actually, you know what? They do get sacrificed to Soul Reaper of Mogus pretty well. That being said, officially, that Temple Thief's got to get dealt with. We do have some cards in our deck that could probably handle that. Right now, we're going to have to take it, which sucks. But we do have Omen of the Sea ready to go. I mean, what am I saying? Omen of the Sun, which creates 2 chump blockers for that schmuck. Yeah, I'm going to need all my mana because let's see what happens here. I'm just going to attack first. And leave back Sunmane, I think. Okay, so in that case, I actually don't want to do anything. So I think I'll just be flashing in Omen of the Sun. Savia. One more mana. Need one more mana. We get to actually start doing some work. go. Drop this bad boy. Pass to blockers. He can get chumped. Or should we just take him out? We might just want to take him out. And in that case, full control. Because we're not going to do anything else with our mana. We can at least gain 2 more life. Here we go. Alright. Now we can do it. Now, here's a great thing. We can start attacking. Yeah, I think we're going to play Soul Reaper of Mogus, right? Just plop that down. That'll give Favorite of Iroas double strike. We'll swing in. We'll get in for 8 damage and make a 1/1. And since we already... Oh, actually, we're going to make 2 1/1s. I actually didn't realize that's how that worked. So now we can chump block with 1. And on their end step, sack the other, or whichever's left, for card draw. If you're going to do that, in response, I'd rather just sack it and draw a card. And that way they don't gain any life either. And we draw a second Favorite of Iroas, which is good, to say the least. He's empty-handed. I don't want him to draw anything. Yeah, he's empty-handed. I think we can take it. Not the biggest deal. Drop both of these bad boys. And relax for 1 more turn. This time we will chump block Temple Thief. He topped 1, which is very worrying. Oh, okay, so we already know what's in hand. So, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say I actually have a pretty good block on him there. We can start sacking creatures, right? One of there, we can return a creature. For now, let's just play this. Gives that double strike, but it would still just lose in combat to the Temple Thief. So now we're going to stay back. On their end step, we're going to see what we want to do. We can either Omen of the Dead something back and scry, or we can sack something with Soul Reaper of Mogus and Omen of the Dead. Or we can just scry. Let's see. I mean, sure, if I guess we both just want to gain a little bit of life, which it's much more important for me to be gaining life right now than it is for you to be gaining life. But okay. Let's set up our next draw step. Let's see. That'll do the trick. And now I'm glad we kept Omen of the Dead in hand, because now we can get that back should they try to kill it for whatever reason. On their end step, I think I'll sack a 1/1 to draw a card. Right? Yeah. That's fine. We're gonna attack with Daybreak. Oh, my bad. That's fine though. Let's see what he chooses to block. Doesn't block either. Okay, so we'll activate that. Get the lifelink. We gain the vigilance. My bad. But now we get to plop down Transcendent Envoy. Back single. That's actually kind of annoying, but still fine nonetheless. What I do like is what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to block Sunmane Pegasus with Transcendent Envoy if they try to do anything. And then, in response, sack it to Soul Reaper of Mogus so they don't gain the 2 life, but we still have attacks. Do that. Block. Draw more cards. Ooh. So that's a good hit. Let's play it. Take out their Sunmane Pegasus. And we'll take that game. Rad. Okay, so we lose game 1 to Dream Trawler. We win game 2. You know what I will say? As weird as this sounds for this set, we might actually just be a really aggressive Orzhov deck with cheap removal. So if that's the case, what do we want to bring in? I want to bring in all of that. And if we're super aggressive, I think we can take out both enemies of Enlightenment. Probably drop a land. You're good, you're good. All of you are good. You're kind of cuttable, because I'd rather just have them. I'd rather have you. But we need 3 drops, so like we need to keep you. This kind of counts as creatures. If we're being aggressive, we don't need you. You're good. You're good. This actually gives us reach, which I don't mind. As in, like, they can be at 6 life and we just end the game with that. And you know what? Let's just cut... I want to cut Timoret. He is a 2-drop. But he's like the ultimate grindy card. But then we do need... Like, how many creatures are we at? 14? If we're going to be aggressive, we need creatures. So I'd rather cut something that's just very slow. Some random card. Omen of the Dead, probably. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Let me tell you, this might be wrong. And I know in this format, Orzhov is supposed to be super controlling. But our deck didn't get there. We didn't get the removal. So dragging games on doesn't feel right because in terms of removal, we're not competing with someone that actually did get there. What we did get is an actual relatively low curve deck that has cheap removal to get stuff out of its way. See, like, this isn't bad. So turn 2, we're going to drop down our Transcendent Envoy. Here, I don't think I want to do nothing, so... Is that right? Especially if we don't draw another land, because if we don't draw another land and we don't get to play our 4-drop, we really need to start getting in for damage. Okay. I think here we just play him and pass. Try to out-aggress our opponent. We are definitely going to be killing that Nexus Wardens, because that's going to gain life, which is counterintuitive to our plan. And playing it while they have like a relatively full hand is really good for us. Gladly just take that. I like their sleeves. Cryptic Command. Oh, wow, that's cool. Alright, big fan, big fan. Sorry, focus. Wow, they have Nylea in hand. Okay. In that case, I think we actually want to save Heliod's Punishment for that big green guy, which could come down next turn. So I think here... Don't have anything with reach, though. I think it's actually just smarter. Do I just do 2 in the air this turn? Might just be that. Because if this person draws another land, they get to drop a massive 6-drop, which they probably will. And I would much prefer to Heliod's Punishment that and Mire's Grasp than Nylea's Forerunner. Take 8. How much will they take next turn? 2, 4, 5, 6. At most. So we won't kill them. So I feel like now we actually do need to start trading with stuff. Do we though? You know what? Never mind. I don't think we need to. Not just yet. Okay, he's going to opt for playing Nylea instead. So here, let's kill that. Let's leave up 1 white. Gonna gain us life. And I think we just attack with Hero of the Pride. If they want to trade Loathsome Chimera, they have nothing in the graveyard to really trade for. If not, we have a pretty good turn here. So this will get... It'll still just trade if we put Indomitable Will on it. So I think we might just let that trade happen. Go ahead, bub. Just drop your fat 6-drop. I have an answer for it for 4 turns. There we go. Or more like 3 turns, but... It's fine. Oh, I have to pay a white? That sucks. I would prefer to have Indomitable Will up, but I feel like here it's better to gain 2 and just keep going on the offensive. If they don't put 2 flyers out or remove a flyer. There we go. Hey, man. Orzhov Aggro getting there. Woohoo. Next game. Here we're playing Nightfall. Oh, this person's in bronze. That's fine. Sure. Not as aggressive as I'd like. I'd like a 2-drop, but maybe we draw into one. We'll see. we'll start with Swamp 2. Maybe that's something I've been messing up, by the way. I should be starting with Swamps whenever possible, because if I draw Timoret, if I start with Plains, I will not be able to play him on turn 2. So, drop Favorite of Iroas. We're gonna Elspeth's Nightmare that. Give our creature double strike and not let them gain life. Okay, hey. If they want to do that, we'll get in for a lot of damage this coming turn. What do I want to take out of their hand? Hydra's Growth. Because Sentinel's Eyes, regardless, has Escape, so... In that case, I know they don't have removal in hand. Let's swing in for 8 damage and make a 1-1. I should make 2 1-1s, my apologies. I keep forgetting about that interaction. Here, let's keep swarming them while we can. Now, this might look weird. I'm actually going to keep the Omen of the Sun in my hand and not play it on their end step, even though I have 3 mana. And here's why. Right now, it's the only enchantment that we have in hand. We don't know if we're going to draw another. So, we actually need pretty bad to be able to activate the double strike here. We will see what they do on their turn, but it's pretty important that that gets in for more damage than not. Ooh, they have their own commanding presence. Let's see if it'll be a factor. Or do I just want to swarm? Right now they don't have blocks. Why wouldn't he play Sentinel's Eyes if he had it? Let's have something in hand. Which, if he has something in hand, never mind, I want to play this. Because if not, why would you not drop Sentinel's Eyes, make a 1-1? And, you know, if you're just going to do that, show me your removal. What do you have? I'm trying to think what he could have at instant speed. Does he have Return to Nature? Ah, Heliod's Intervention. Regardless, this game is over. Because it already has Double Strike. So therefore we are getting in our 8 damage. Perfect. Here we go. Silver 2. Making my way up slowly. So I feel like I don't draft enough because I obviously want to draft with you guys. That's what I try to save my money for. I do drafts off video. But not that many. And because of that, I feel like I don't climb the ladder as much as I would like to. Ooh, playing a gold opponent. Interesting. This hand I don't think we can keep. 2 lands, but nothing we can cast with those 2 lands. This still isn't good, right? But it's not horrible. So I think we'll drop 1 Omen of the Sun. Let's see. Very well might lose this game. Because right now the only 2-drop we have in hand is Lampad. Ah, thank God. We're still not even close to out of the water yet, but this is good. That card is an issue. I don't... Ugh. It's that card is very, very good. We draw our Favorite of Iroas. What we'll probably do next turn let's see what they do. Before I say anything of what we'll probably will do, we're definitely going to take that. So what are you going to drop? Mire Triton. Okay. I'm glad they milled over that Nessian Horn Beetle. I'm going to attack with both because we have 2 instant speed enchantments to get into play. Okay. In that case, I'm glad to put this in. Give that double strike, make 2 1/1s. All is good. I think we take that again. That's annoying. I think here we just drop Hero of the Pride and wait till next turn to try to do anything. Because right now we do have Indomitable Will in hand. That is also very annoying. So let's see what the strategy here. I guess they're playing like... I don't even know what they're playing. They're playing like aggressively for a green-black deck. That green-black is usually very, very grindy. Okay. That's fine by me. I don't want to trade just yet because I want to drop my Daybreak Chimera before any... Oh. Idiot. Yeah, never mind. That's not how that's going to work. However, we will just wait because now this time we'll be able to eat their Blight Breath Catoplebus. Sorry. Draw a card, which is very scary. Hate when my opponents draw cards. I think we kind of just have to take the 4, block there, and put an Indomitable Will on Hero of the Pride. So that he can just eat that. Because if not, he would just trade for an Underworld Charger. That Underworld Charger, regardless, is gonna come back from the graveyard soon, I'm sure. That being said, you see Mogus's Favor doing work against our deck. Here. We can take one more hit from Underworld Charger, sorry. And then next turn we can try to set up an ambush with Indomitable Will and Favored of Iroas. That sucks. Wow, we... 2 decks that are not meant to be aggro in the slightest end up being aggro. Good game, friend. So what are we right now? So right now we're at what? 2 wins or 3 wins? I'm not sure. Regardless, no matter what, I'm going to be posting this run, even if we stop here. Guys, I want you to learn that not all drafts go well. Especially, and it's my fault too. It's not like, you know, we didn't get past what we needed. No, I messed up. We could have easily had a stronger deck. But I want you guys to see my mistakes as often as possible. Hopefully, the way this channel works, and my inception of this channel, the way I wanted it to go, was this channel, you guys can watch my mistakes so that they do not happen to you. That being said, this hand is keepable. We need to draw a land or 2, preferably swamps, but we can see. Drop our swamp. Another swamp baby, never mind. We'll just play our Temple Thief then. God, let's put these in order. My goodness gracious. Okay, interesting. Red-white trying to, what, control me on the play? Excuse you? We miss a land, which hurts exponentially. Excuse me. There we go. Here I'm thinking Timuret, and then if we draw another swamp, we might be able to do something like put down Nyxborn. Never mind, that needs to be taken care of yesterday. This is gonna hurt. But at least we have a plan for next turn. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna attack with Timuret. We're not blocking with them. And then if they attack, we're gonna see what they do here. Okay. I really hope they don't have Karametra's Blessing, otherwise this game is like pretty much over. What I'm going to try to do is flicker a Fate it, so that it loses the enchantments and then does not come back. Resolve that. I don't want to let it get to damage though. Go ahead, keep using your mana. Bang. Okay. we're in the clear, people. I'm gonna drop this guy so we can trade if we need to. And stay back. We just got an excellent showing of Flicker of Fate here. Go ahead, I don't mind that trade at all. Okay. That was gonna, you know, get us anyway, at some point, so. What we can do is chump it for a little bit. So what we're gonna do is... Okay, that's fine. That's worrying, because that's 2 tops. But we'll pass and leave up Omen of the Sun to get a chump blocker out. Looks like it's going to be 2 chump blockers. He cannot get in for that much damage. Okay, let's see if he goes for it again. That's the only time he's going to do it, it seems. So, we'll drop Omen of the Sun. Whoops. What? I did not realize I had switched to switched past blockers already. Ah, that sucks. Okay, in that case, gotta rebuild. Let's do this. You know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to try to exile... Yeah, I'm just going to exile their graveyard. Actually, we're going to exile Sentinel's Eyes so that they don't have another enchantment. And leave 2 mana up for an Indomitable Will. Not that I think it's going to necessarily help a lot, but at this point now they're not guaranteed another enchantment. Because before they were, with Sentinel's Eyes, they were guaranteed to get another enchantment and give that double strike, so. Do you have a response? If not, Indomitable will try to eat the favorite of Iroas. Well, not eat it, rather, but trade with it. Incendiary Oracle. Albeit barely, we are surviving here. We have another Omen of the Sun, so we will be chumping with that again. And with that, no, we don't lose. I'll stay in it a little longer, but doesn't look good. Nothing we can do about that. Yep, we gotta chump both. Definitely not looking good, to say the least. Hey man, you don't know it's a good game yet. Chill. This can eat Timoret. Well, I don't know what it's going to be eating exactly, but it can do something. I'd rather eat that, block that. That's not good. Yeah, I think I have to double spell here, right? Because let's say I block that with Summon Pegasus just to trade it. I gain 2, go, yeah, no, I have to double spell here. And even then, I think we lose. Hit that. Yeah, we're dead anyway because we're gonna kill him. Swinging with both. We have to block the bigger and still die. Here. Good game. Crone War. Good card. Like I said, I don't think it's S tier because I think we were already losing when that card entered the battlefield. But, there we go. Listen, you don't do great every draft, but if you stuck around the whole time, guys, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all your help. Leave any critiques. Like, obviously, I noticed what I noticed. I really like that card, by the way. I noticed that we probably should have been Orzhov, but too late, like way too late to really have it come together the way I wanted it to. We missed out on a lot of removal and recursion that we needed. But other than that, if you feel like I made mistakes there, like maybe like that first game I should have been aggro. I think it would have worked out better for us. But other than that, please let me know. I want to get better. What do you think went wrong? I want to hear it because, you know, not every draft goes the way you want it to, and that's just how drafting goes. So look at this last pack really quickly. Ooh, Mythic Wildcard, I'll take it. If you stuck around the whole time, remember, like and subscribe. It really helps. I'm not trying to say that I'm some sort of person you should be listening to for everything. I don't think I've ever said that since I started this channel, that I'm some sort of expert. I want me to grow as a better drafter, and I think the best way to do that is to have you guys commenting, and then that way, while you guys comment, you guys are also getting better. So it's a kind of a symbiotic relationship we have. So I really appreciate your time. Like and subscribe. Really appreciate it. Leave any comments. Thank you so much.